So we're reaching the end to the Southeast Asia Zoo. I'm just going to make one more exhibit for it. It's going to be the Indian elephant. I decided I'm going to hold off on doing the black bear, the Formosian black bear exhibit until I do the mainland Asia Zoo. Just because there aren't many mainland Asian animals so far in the game, and want to diversify a bit. This zoo's already pretty big. I've spent some time decorating it, getting all the monorail stations sorted out, because I like the idea of having the fast travel through the zoo, even though I hate the tracks itself. And I didn't like the big flat area past the zoo, so I kind of made a fake hill, put trees on it to kind of break up the scenery, break up the sight lines. Same sort of thing I do in exhibits to an extent. But yeah, the last one is going to be the Indian elephant exhibit. Gave them a pretty big exhibit, about the size of the exhibits I was doing in the North American Zoo, and about the same size as the Bengal tigers, but makes more sense for the elephants. I'm putting about 10 in there to have, a pretty good sized herd. One of the zoos close to me actually has the largest herd of Asian elephants in North America, so that's pretty cool. Personal bias, I like the Indian elephants more than the African elephants. No exact reason why, just do. Yeah, so this, gonna have a little watering hole for them to swim in at the front. They like water. Of course, the same sort of style exhibitor on the sides. And I'm gonna have a pretty big indoor viewing area for them, similar to the Babirusa and the Indian rhino exhibits. Make it a little more realistic with more of a barrier. So the barrier for the animals, the barrier for the people. But for the main exhibit itself, besides a few little things I want to include, no real solid details. So yeah, gonna get started. Oh, and I just want to say, since I started doing the Southeast Asia Zoo, my channel has been doing a lot better. Gone from, some of my non-Planet Zoo videos get like 9 views most, and then besides the 2 Animal Crossing videos I have that did pretty well. But my Indian rhino exhibit blew up and got, at the time of recording, about 1.5k views, so I just want to say thank you. And thanks to the 32 people who've subscribed so far. I appreciate it. I'm sort of doing this more as a hobby than, trying to make something of it. But, if I can make something of it, why not? And probably going to diversify a bit more from Planet Zoo as time goes on. We have some videos on the channel, and I've recorded some stuff with friends. They just have to get around to editing. But yeah, sorry for that pre-ramble. Let's get on the exhibit. alright, so we've done the exhibit, and it turned out alright, you know, I don't know, feels feels a little less disjointed than, or a little more disjointed than a lot of the habitats I made, but put a large herd of Indian elephants in, and, you know, gives the guests, hopefully have them spread through the habitat, so the guests can always get a good look at them. You can see, maybe put too much foliage in the front, but you can still see the elephants through, especially when they come out to the banks. Again, put all the enrichment along the edge, for the most part, to try to get them along the edge. Yeah, pretty heavily forested exhibit. Along the front, with the moat for them to swim in. Yeah, maybe I should cut back on the vegetation. But in this front area, had a lot more grasses. Tall grasses and reeds. And of course the lagoon with the sprinklers and the, I don't know what that's called, the shower bar or something. Now you can see them pretty good through there. Of course, only just now put them all in and then pause, so put a few more in than 10. I think there's like 15 now. And of course, I don't know why, but the Asian elephants seem to poop all the time in this game. It's like every 5 steps they poop. I almost wish there was a setting you could turn in sandbox mode to turn that off, because it's everywhere. Look at that. Look at them go. Of course, that monorail system up and running. See the backdrop of the hill kind of looks nice. It's a big exhibit to go all the way around, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't cut through it. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna cut through it and get around to the other side. Yeah, so here in the exhibit you can see there are a few places that are more open, but maybe not the best view for the guests still. They seem to be gravitating just towards the middle of the exhibit. Of course, there's the big male pooping, as always. Made a little food court before, since this is kind of out of the guests' way. But then, as you saw inside, made a little area for them. The bars to keep them away from the fence, the glass fence to keep the guests away from them. And of course the backstage rest area if they ever get stressed. And some, you know, enrichment out here. Might do a little more with this down the road, but for now it's fine. Hopefully they don't sneak out through that gap in the fence. You can see the guests can get a pretty good view of them heading back to the shelters and get a pretty good look at them through the foliage. Pooping as always. I always end up like assigning a ton of keepers to my elephant exhibits and make at least 2 of them tasks only vacuuming poop. I think this is a pretty good view of them. See as they come towards the moat. Again, the zoo near me that has Asian elephants, like they take them out of the exhibit at a couple times of the day, and there's a big artificial pond on the property where they let the elephants swim, and you can get pretty close to them. Like there's still a barrier, but they walk them through the park, and it's pretty cool seeing them swim. Yeah. Yeah, like the more I'm looking at it, the happier I am. especially now that they're spreading out through the exhibit. Still way too much poop. And I feel like the female elephants are way smaller than the males. Now here's some, taking advantage of the little lagoon. I'm glad that in the little roundup part of the video I'm able to catch them using a lot of their exhibit. Maybe should have made the water a little bit deeper so they can actually swim, but it's a little hard to judge. I think it's deeper at the front. But yeah, with that, the zoo is pretty much finished. I've decided to put the moon bears in another zoo. And yeah, so I'll open it up and see how the guests like it. And then I'll do the recap tour video like I did for the North American Zoo. But I think that'll wrap it up this time. So as always, thanks for watching, and thanks again for all the support. Thanks to my 33 subscribers and almost 7,000 views. Very proud. You see the, I'll put it here, but you see the lifetime trend of my channel with views, and it's just skyrocketed a couple days ago, so. Yep. I'm just rambling now. Thanks for watching.